Happy St. Patrick's Day from Jamie's Vinyl Hideaway. Moving Hearts were a Irish band that mixed traditional Irish music with various other music such as rock and roll. And in 1982, when me and my dear friend Jay went to Ireland, we went to a outdoor folk music festival, folk being Irish folk music, attended by a really lot of young people, which I was kind of surprised at. You know, 1982 and all the you know, the new wave music popular like it was, and this place was filled with young people. Matter of fact, the whole town was filled with young people. They were overrun. I don't know where the town was. It wasn't Lisdoonvarna, I don't think. But anyway, early June 1982. Does anybody know where I was? I have no idea where I was. We went a lot of places in those 16 days of just pure enjoyment. 1982. The Chieftains were headliners, and it was just a really great show, great time in my life. The Moving Hearts. It's the Uilleann pipes you hear there. I love those Uilleann pipes. Green Linnet Records out of Connecticut. It's the independent label that would issue a lot of Irish and Celtic music. Christy Moore, I believe, was in this band. I don't know all the names of the people in the band, and it doesn't say anything on the cover, unfortunately. But a good band. Moving Hearts out of Ireland. Speaking of Ireland, Rory Gallagher. Or Gallagher, as they say up there in Donegal. Rory Gallagher was a great Irish guitar player. Recorded for Polydor Records. I was going to play a little bit of his song Used to Be on his second album, Deuce. Used to Be. Now, Rory was from Cork, and he was born up there in Donegal, but he moved down to Cork at a young age, so he was raised in Cork, as far as I know. Paddy's Irish whiskey from Cork. I was fortunate enough to find this at a local liquor store. So let's go about halfway through and see where we could pick Rory up here. Let's see, what do we got? Jerry McAvoy on bass, Wilger Campbell on drums, Rory Gallagher, of course, on vocals and guitar. Yeah, go on. Buy the record and find out, my friends. You won't be disappointed with Rory Gallagher. Unfortunately, we lost Mr. Gallagher at a young age, but he left behind a legacy of some pretty awesome music. Speaking of awesome music and Irish rockers, then Lizzy, Johnny the Fox, their follow-up album to Jailbreak, which was their big breakthrough album with The Boys Are Back in Town and all. Anyway, this is a really good album. I can't believe I sold this at one time. You know, I was a phase in my musical listening, you know, where I wasn't listening so much to these 70s hard rock bands. And for good reason, mostly, but Thin Lizzy was not your average, everyday hard rock band. They were an Irish band. I should have known better. Anyway, they were no strangers to singing about Irish history and all things Irish. But I'm going to play a little piece of a song that called Massacre. Oh, by the way, yeah. What was that song? Oh, the Moving Hearts song, by the way, in case you were wondering, was called Downtown. I don't know. They were looking for a name, I guess. It's an instrumental. And then Used to Be, of course, was the Rory Gallagher song. And this is Massacre. This is, I believe, about the Indian Wars, as they were called, right here in the States in the late 19th century. This really rocks, this song. Check this out. And it starts off with a very Thin Lizzy sounding thing, right? On drums, Scott Gorman lead guitar, Phil Lennett bass, vocals, and Brian Robertson lead guitar. Produced by John Alcott. Now you might have noticed in the background here my 69th Regiment Irish Brigade flag. If you can't read Irish, by the way, that says those who never retreated from the clash of spears. No, the Irish Brigade never retreated from the clash of spears. They were formed prior to the civil... Oh, wow, let this... They were formed in the United States prior to the Civil War, and they served gallantly during the Civil War and were 150,000 Irish men in the Irish Brigade from New York, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. They were decimated in Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, and Gettysburg, but they fought valiantly, and they became known as the Fearless Sons of Erin. They were the Sons of Erin until everybody realized they were the Fearless Sons of Erin. The 69th Brigade still exists today. There is no Irish Brigade as far as I know, and the other brigades part of the Irish Brigade no longer exist, but the Fighting 69th still exist today. And they existed during World War I. They existed in Iraq and Afghanistan. So here's cheers to the 69th, then and now. You served valiantly, and you serve valiantly. Thank you very much for your service and for winning the war. That's it. Later, man, move it.